That's not good. Oh no.
Welcome back to the channel. If you guys remember, we sold the Kodiak, picked up this cool old bus, short bus. We're gonna take it on a 1,500 mile road trip, see if this thing can survive. First thing I had to do though was change the batteries. Now, contrary to popular belief, I don't always have a camera on me, and I had to get this thing back here and get it parked. And to do that, I had to change the batteries. Now, you guys know that I run yellow top Optimas. I'm really, really happy with them. I have them in pretty much every vehicle I own. It's no different with this thing. So, put them in, fired right up. I was able to park it. Air conditioning unit. How many of you got air conditioning like this in your rig? But before we take this thing on a 1,500 mile road trip, there's a couple things it needs. Number one, it has a really nice toolbox in here, but I don't think I want to have it in here. Number two, this airbag seat, this thing has air seats in the front, and this one is completely dead. Like, no air ride. And we need to fix that, because even though Shanna's seat, this nice passenger seat, has air ride, the driver's seat, like I said, is dead. I'm not gonna go 1,500 miles riding on the floor, even though this thing does actually have air ride in the back. Now what I have here is the old seat airbag, and you can see it's already got a patch on it. It is completely weather checked, and well, it doesn't hold air. So that's the first thing we're gonna change out right now. So the reason I chose this bus is it's a 1993 Thomas International school bus. What makes it special over other buses is, number one, it's already shortened for me. Number two, it already has a flatbed to haul my crawler. And then the major part is the number three. It has an L6 Detroit diesel DT466 that only has 100,000 miles on it. These are basically a 1 million mile motor. This thing has already been tuned up a little bit by my buddy Billy Bryan, and he set it up with 850 horsepower and about 1,600 foot-pounds of torque. It also has brand new tires and a custom air ride suspension that adjusts to the weight that's on it. Oh yeah, let's get some tools. Check on the lights. So the real question is going to be, can this thing survive? Can I afford the fuel? And we're going to go all the way from one of the most southern states to one of the most northern states in one video. Now, what does this thing need? All right, so you can see this one is good. This one's obviously missing because it's out. They pulled it out to find the part number. I think they have to unbolt the entire seat. So I'm going to have to get in here and take all this out. Yay. So I just got the bolt replaced in here. It's hard to see, but that is a chore. I'm just gonna put it that way. Here was the old one. All right, that was about 42 minutes later. Upper bolt's in. All right, now that we got the seat up, should be able to put this lower bolt in. Looks like they mangled that up too, trying to get it out. I need my new bolt. Shanna got me some washers. All right, got our new hose. Just got to push it in, I believe. I don't think I have to do anything else on this one. I think that locks. Yep, it's locked in. So, time to test it. Oh yeah, much better. All right, we got one project down. Now, I need to get this out of here. Now on this road trip, we plan on picking up another vehicle, which means I'm gonna be using this trailer hitch. I opened this up to look inside here, and this is the mess that I have. This is insane. Like, I am not going to use this. I need to fix this, plus get all this oil out of here because this is crazy. This is just not fly from Mr. Colt. So we got to fix this problem and fix this problem. I don't even know what this wire does. We have bare wires here. I got clamped wires and wires sticking out over here. Yeah, let's fix that. Oh, wow. Don't even know what this one went to because it's bare on its own. These look like they're all to a ground. This is bad. Got that marked out of the way. This is a mess, man. None of these wires, they're just all wrapped together with tape. There's one that's soldered and it's just a disaster. And then all this is just wire wrapped stuff. Got this back where it's supposed to be. Now I can just drill some holes. Should be good to go. Oh yeah. It is time to start putting this stuff back together, but I want to put it together right. And this is what I chose to use. When you see my buddy Robbie doing wiring, he uses the same company. This is Solder Stick. One of the things I find funny is every time I'm doing wiring, you guys either say, well, you can only solder or you only crimp. It always seems to be a debate between one or the other. And the thing I like about this company is they do both. So not only can you do solder, but you can do a crimpable version with the heat shrink on it as well. And instead of spending a bunch of money at the store for like 2 or 3 of them, you can buy these in bulk online. That's where I get them. I'll leave a link down in the description and I'll pin one in the comments as well. But this is my go-to stuff for what I need. So I can crimp this and then it's heat shrunk as well. But if you're a guy that likes to use his own heat shrink, well, they sell that too. So I don't know if this ground was a problem, but with hot wires that are open and then ground wires that are open and wrapped up, and you can see just how cheesy this is. Look at this connector. You can see that it was getting hot, it was getting messed up. It's gonna be so much easier for me to just make a new one out of a bigger piece as well. That quick and simple, we have a heat shrink ground wire. So no matter if you're a crimper type person or a solder type person, whatever your application is, Solder Stick probably has you covered. It's such a much higher quality connection too. All right, so we now have a ground wire for here, and then I need to put a ground on that one as well. The old license plate light looking a little rough there. Beautiful. Got their heat shrink, all of this stuff, so that I can do this stuff right one time. Yeah, like that. Let that cool off for a sec, and then we'll slide the heat shrink over as a double, because that's the kind of guy I am. I also used a piece of heat shrink here where you had it spliced like this one. I'll do the same thing with this when I fix this. Lots of fixing. Now here's what originally was holding this, and you can see how messed up and melted that is because somebody tried to, I don't know, glue that together or something. I don't even know what's going on there. Now we have a new wire and we can make this right. It's gonna be fantastic. Yes. I got one end fixed, 42 more to go. Now I might as well go ahead and use a crimp one just to make all you guys upset who are only solder guys, since the crimp guys probably got mad at me for soldering the last one. Oh yeah, that's good. And same deal, I'm gonna double down on it. I also went ahead and put a butt connector on the light for the license plate. So that way if I ever burn this out, I can just replace it, throw it back on, be ready to go. Definitely not perfect, but 1,000 times better than it was. And we have it mounted outside correctly. So now this one can actually do its job for this extension for the bumper. All right. Everything's wired up. I went ahead and just zip tied that as the extension in case you need it. Go ahead and give it a hit the brakes. All right, we got brake lights. Can you turn on the hazards? You want to just kick on the key without starting it and do left blinker, right blinker? There's our left. Do the right, please. There's our right. We got all the things. All right, done. So the next thing I want to fix here is this hatch, because as you can see, that is a finger murderer, and you have to really get in here to get that up. And I don't like that. And the easiest way to do that is right here. So all this is just a cheap U-bolt from Home Depot. I was thinking about making one out of coal roll, and then I found these, and I was like, well, I can't not do this. This is easier. And all we're gonna do is punch a couple holes. We'll zip it up, and then that way it sits flush with the body, so if I'm driving something up that's low profile with my ramps, it won't hit this handle sticking up, it'll just fall in. But when I need it, I can just pull it and pick it up. See if it works. Boom. All right, went ahead and cut it down real quick. That way we don't have extra that we don't need. Got some lock nuts on here that I had in my stockpile. Oh yeah, much better. Grab it, pick it up. No loss of fingers. Win. All right. We got a random bin, some rusty tools. Look at all that stuff. Old Coleman filaments. Not really sure. Guess that's just a hanger. But this stuff's gonna need to soak. And I marked these. This is a bolt bin and brass fittings. So I'll keep all this stuff along with the come-alongs and a few pieces of air hose and the wrench for this thing. One of the other things I'm gonna do is get some mirrors on here, because that's going to be huge, being able to see all the extras. Way better. I can see everything now. Yeah. Same over here. Woohoo. All right, and just to keep honest people honest, we have locks here, and this one I have this way so somebody can't lock us in when we don't want to be locked in, because I can lock it there. I got the back door locked. So now all I got to do is check all the fluids. I'm going to go ahead and check the air on all the tires, even though I'm sure they're probably good. I'm sure the fluids are probably good too. And then, yeah, we can take off tomorrow. But we do have to set up, there is a cleanup in the Glade. So we're going to do that first, and then we'll head out of town. As you guys know, we're going to be at the Four Corners 4x4 week in Farmington, New Mexico. We're going to be there in the downtown takeover, the meet and greets, all the stuff. And before that happens, we're going to do a cleanup in the desert. All right, we just got out here and I am already seeing trash just hidden in the bushes. Look, Shannon and I already scooped up right behind here, got this washing machine. Yeah, this is pretty sad, but this is just the way it is. I've never seen people dump more trash than in the desert. Last time when Shannon and I were out in Arizona over in Table Mesa, it was just a full junkyard, and it was really disappointing. The nice thing about here is the club cleans up 2 times a year out here in the Glade, but it just never ceases to amaze me how much stuff people dump. I'd say the only other place where I've seen a lot of trash is actually in the southeast, and the foliage kind of covers that stuff up. This is insane. A lot of alcoholics that, I mean, we're just right off the road here. And people are dumping stuff. Personally, I'd like to get a couple game cameras set up at the entrance here, and if you have pictures of cars coming in with stuff and then they come out without stuff, that's a pretty good indicator that they dumped it in the woods or in the desert. Permanent plate. Thing's in rough shape. Four Corners 4x4 week is September 2nd through the 5th. And then the 6th and the 7th is the We Rock Grand Nationals. So all the professional rock crawlers that are out there, east and west, are gonna compete best of the best series. And man, I can't even make it 100 yards without picking up more trash. More Dos Equis. This must be the drinking choice of litterers. And our fender well. Need some of these. Alan with AE Properties, he's a realtor around here. He sets up all of this, gets this thing going where he gets waste management to donate these roll-off dumpsters, and then anybody that comes out here, like we donated some stuff, a bunch of other people donated stuff, and then there's a raffle at the end. So how much trash you pick up, you actually get little tickets, and those tickets help you win stuff in the raffle. Tickets!
I'm gonna get the spa.
We already got an insider tip from one of the side-by-sides that found a bunch of pallets. This is where it kind of comes in handy for both ends, because side-by-sides can cover a lot of ground fast. So what they can't pick up, they can tell these bigger trucks and Jeeps what we can find to grab and pick up ourselves. 'Tis a bumpy road. So like I said, one of the side-by-sides let us know that there was pallets out here, and sure enough, I mean, look at all the trash right here. But this is right next to the highway, so that people are just trashy. But like this, that's intentional. These don't go just randomly flying out of your truck. And a golf ball. Hey, that's an expensive one, isn't it? Top Flight. Old Castle 36.
Huh.
Don't know what that is, but these are quality pallets for somebody to chuck. You know how many DIY wives want to use this stuff?
DIY dream right there. AKA my mom. Gotta bring out the trash bag too. Bunch of beer cans. Makes me sad.
So right in there was just 2 huge bags of trash. That's what's in here now. We found a washing machine and pallets. They didn't even go far off the main road just to dump stuff. All right, so we're on, I don't know, round 7 of trash here. We found a whole bag of trash, a couple whole bags. Somebody remodeled their kitchen. And I was picking this stuff up, and I came over here. This looks like underwear, which is gross, but look what it comes with. Benefits of picking up trash. Got a dollar bill, y'all. I got a dollar. You guys ready to hit it? It took a little longer to clean up that desert than we thought, but we're done and we're taking off. Even if it is night, we're just gonna have to drive into the night a little bit and then get the rest of the way tomorrow. So we called it a night in Alamosa, but I did run into one problem. I don't have low beams anymore. I lost my headlights last night. If you're familiar with one of these, my high beam switch quit working. So I had high beams and no beams. So yeah, had to pretty much cut it right then. Although I have heard that they're going back to those for high beams because blondes keep getting their foot stuck in the steering column. Filled it up. Yeah, that's almost $100. only filled up about half a tank and averaged 8.7 miles per gallon. We ran 65, 70 miles an hour most of the time, so I feel pretty good about that. But that's still not amazing fuel economy, so hopefully it just stays that way even when it's loaded. Either way, we're in Walsenburg. It's time to hit the road some more. So we just made it into Denver, Colorado, and we are at our first stop of this trip. And one of the reasons we stopped here is for this. This was donated by one of our great Patreons, actually kind of two of them, because it was Jess and Jason. Her sister, Lisa, she's the one that's been taking care of it. I think she's tired of taking care of it, so now we're gonna get to take care of it, and it's gonna be fun. Is that kind of the case?
Yeah, it's absolutely the case. I hope you enjoy it, and I want to see pictures.
All right. What we don't know is if it'll even start, so we're gonna find out right now. Oh, must be a different key for the door. It is a 94. No. There we go. One of them would work. The interior light did not turn on, so it could not be a good sign. And there is no lights there, so I'm gonna say this battery's dead. Just guessing. Oh yeah. Battery is dead. All right. Well, now we know that. Is there gloves in the glove box? Because you know if there's gloves in the glove box, they're not going to fit my hand, even if they did.
If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
It is dead.
It didn't pop.
Here, you try pulling it, because I'm going to have to do the little taparooski. Just keep pulling on it. There it is. All right. No animals, though.
Well, that's good.
So that's a plus.
It's probably just the battery is old then. I don't.
Yeah.
You probably didn't replace it.
I got a jump box.
1124.
It probably had a
been
slow
started.
drain because it just hasn't been started yet.
Yeah.
Don't want you done. We got a old 351 in here, 5.8 liters. There's a wee bit of rust, pretty common in these trucks. Top removes though, that's nice. Well, I'd have to say that half the cow went back home because the leather seats are about toast. But back leather seat doesn't look bad. Got a lot of random things. Top doesn't look bad. Looks pretty darn nice. But it looks like Chuck Norris was in here and didn't like this brake controller. And you can't open the door from the driver's side. That's probably why this is sitting here, because it must have broke. Comes with some free candy. Heck yeah. A little bit of quarters, that's cool. I like money. This thing's gonna be sweet. I mean, I don't care what kind of a vehicle person you are. If you're a vehicle purist, you can't not like a Ford Bronco. Tires are pretty good shape other than they're low. You can tell they're low, especially on the other side. It's gonna be amazing. I sat under a tree at one time.
Yeah, I'll use yours for the other guy.
Almost. Let's hope. So we went and got the jump box. Let's hope between the power of both, this Megadeth battery will start.
The power of both. Such a gentleman.
I had no other way to do it. Brake light is, oh, the brake is on, so. All right, moment of truth. Does it move? It moves.
Moving, good sign.
Tires are squealing like crazy because you're in a car parking lot. Like it sounds like you're Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift in every car parking lot, you know, when you're just driving.
Can he drive?
Can he drive?
Like a glove.
So Jess and Jason are two of our Patreons, and Patreons get inside access to what's going on, kind of like what I'm doing that day, projects, building things, whatever. And they're like, hey, we're done with this Bronco. Our daughter moved away. We don't want it anymore. Would you be interested in it? And I'm like, heck yeah, because, you know, it's not hoarding if your stuff is cool. And Bronco. So thank you guys. That's super awesome. Now, we got to keep driving north because we ain't going to make 1,500 miles only driving to Denver. All right, guys, we made it into Rapid City last night. Couple goofy things. We were staying over there, but their hotel speed, if you guys understand internet, was 0.8 download and 0.6 upload. Not something point, like legit 1900s dial-up. And I was getting a video out for you guys today, which we were up till about 3:30, 4 a.m. But you guys got the video, which is good, but we had to change hotels, which actually worked out because this place, even though we didn't get to use it, has a fancy water park, and it's like I don't know, what was it, like 90 bucks a night. Now, what I was expecting, one of the things I was expecting with this trip was things I was gonna have to work on, things I was gonna have to check on, and this thing is just cruising, man. Now, here is one of the issues, if you guys remember, the floor stepper, my little dimmer. Now, yesterday, so I did fail you guys yesterday because we stopped at O'Reilly's and got one, and I didn't even think to grab the camera. Stepped on it one time, that part separated from this part, and then it just started arcing, and nothing worked. What I ended up doing was taking a fuse and shoving it in there, and in case you're wondering, a 25 amp fuse works great for a low beam. So that is how we had headlights last night. I guess that's why dimmer switches are only like $15.99. They break easy. Today we're on a mission to fix that and see some of the sights because, well, we're in the Black Hills. We have a cool bus. Every time we stop, somebody wants to check it out. People like the short bus. I like the short bus. You ready to get going?
Yes.
All right. Well, the great thing about O'Reilly's is, you know, I bought it in Wyoming. It broke first click. Got another one here in Rapid City. They didn't even question it. They just got me it and good to go. So, able to warranty it.
All right, that ain't going nowhere. Pull my fuse out. Oh yeah. Plug it in.
Come to the Black Hills without checking out the president heads. So we're gonna go see some dead presidents, and as we drive through, I mean, we're only halfway through this trip. So far the bus is still chugging along, doing good. So we couldn't be in South Dakota without seeing some of our family and friends. We hung out, said hi to everybody, had a little food, and now we are back on the road. It's getting close to dusk, but at least we have headlights now. Not on a fuse that I rigged up.
That's pretty impressive.
Airplane. Can't make a road trip all the way up here without stopping in Laramie and seeing Ian and Claire. If you guys remember, Ian and I built his Jeep in the driveway using hand tools, and it is his daily driver. So now I think we're gonna enjoy today in Wyoming. It's kind of overcast though, so we'll see what we can do outside in the rain.
Here's a Sammy.
We can sing in the rain.
Singing in the rain. The wheels on the bus go around and around. Yeah, that's perfect.
Oh gosh.
See, I got Shanna trained. She spotted out that samurai.
Yeah, buddy.
So we asked them what they wanted to do. They said they wanted to go to the driving range. What do you got?
Woo!
No. Were you going for the ball or was that a practice swing?
It's time.
I can't get up here without
Practice swing. Almost there. Is that? Oh, look at that. Is that you hit? Right
You hit it, baby.
That's why I said keep your head down. And keep
He hit it. He didn't miss.
your arms drop.
Ooh, that one went really far. Almost to the white one.
It did go to the white one. Right to it. Look at it.
Good job.
There you go.
This is the one.
This is the one, Dad.
Wow! Holy moly. That looked like it hit those people way out there. There you go, Claire! Oh, wow. That bounced back off the rock. Wow.
That's good.
I don't even know where that went.
That went to all the way past that orange one.
Good job.
It's all in the hips. It's all in the hips.
Get off of me.
He just needs the attention, baby.
We finished golfing yesterday. I think that I've shown these guys how to golf. I'm pretty good at it, right? Yeah, it's a new day, but it is raining. It started raining last night, and it's been raining today. We got to take off. We'll see these guys later. Tell them bye.
Bye.
Say bye, Ian. Bye, Claire. And they're going to enjoy college. We got to get south to some warmer weather.
It's cold here.
Bam. So I feel pretty happy because we're over the halfway point. It's hard to beat a Maverick burrito, but it's time to get on the road and keep trucking. It did stop raining, but it is cloudy today. We have made it down to Colorado Springs after going through lots and lots and lots of traffic. This thing is just cruising along. Like a few times I had people cut me off and I had to lock them up. And this thing, I mean, obviously just locked them right up. In that same breath, I can't tell you the amount of people we had that were like, that thing's rad. You know, especially in traffic.
Yeah.
From truck drivers to cars to construction workers and everybody in between. But as you can see, it's been drizzly pretty much this whole trip. It's still drizzly. You guys know what kind of pants I wear, and I'm gonna go in there and buy some. Not sponsored, by the way, but yeah, I like Duluth pants. I seem to destroy everything else. All right, so we decided to eat dinner here at the Hacienda, which is the Duluth right here, Hacienda right there. Came out and the tire was down at 27 psi. Got it airing up right now. Hopefully there's enough battery in that jump box to start it or charge it. Hopefully there's enough battery in that jump box to air it up. We'll get it on the charger for the drive. I must have picked up a nail, but I just don't see it. I don't know where it is. So hopefully we can get it aired back up and be good to continue this cruise. I do have a spare though. My spare is sitting here and not here because Pat noticed this is busted. That ain't gonna fly. Hopefully I don't have to put that on. Found our problem with a tire for a trailer that's gonna be 100 psi. I would rather patch it than plug it. We'll try to drive it and just see what it does. I'll check it at the next fuel stop. If it's low again, you know, then I'll put a plug in temporarily until we can get somewhere where I can dismount it. But we got a screw. Usually that's gonna happen. If it does happen on a trailer, it seems to always happen on the passenger side, because that's the side that's gonna get near the edge of the road where all stuff gets shuffled to from rain or street sweepers or anything. Just a bummer. I don't like getting holes in tires. We'll fix it though. I don't know if we're gonna have enough battery to get to 100 psi. We're at 68. Forgot to charge that thing, so it's not super happy right now. And it said I'm done right at 79 psi. See if I can get any out of it. It's warm. Yeah. Then it dropped 77, but that's pretty good. We'll run it and see what it does. Just keep an eye on it, I guess. With the cloud cover, it's gonna get dark quick. On the road again. Loves has an air hose, so we're gonna pull forward and check this tire. Well, the tire doesn't feel any warmer than that one, so that's a plus. All right, plus side is that tire was still holding the 80 psi, so I went ahead and just popped it up to like 100. I think that's about as high as I could get out of that air hose. So guess we'll see. Lots of night driving.
Why did the electric car feel discriminated against?
Because everybody kept charging it.
Because the rules weren't current. Get it current? Yes.
Well, guys, we're at like 1,300 and something miles. I look underneath and I see this. It's a 1,000,000-mile motor. It's like having 10,000 miles on a 100,000-mile motor. Like, this thing's barely even broke in. So, man, we just went outside Alamosa where probably everything I would need is. But we're right here in Monte Vista. I think we're just gonna ease it in there and assess my situation here. Alright, I just thought about this. I did have that box of brass fittings. I don't know if there was, looks like a 1/2-inch plug or a 3/4 inch plug. I'm gonna go through my stuff and see what I got. Okay, so I was going through this stuff. I was finding different reducer bushings and I found this. That might be our money. Let's see if I can focus all this where it needs to be. And maybe we might get lucky right here. Oh, buddy. Is that the right thread? Please be the right thread. Oh, man. We might be getting lucky. That's not good. Oh no. Alright guys, I think we got it. I guess that plug must have just got loose, popped out. What threw me off is while I was filling up, I looked back at this, and it might not pick up in the camera, but I saw these little oil stains all of a sudden on everything. I was like, man, that means something's leaking. Usually it's like a rear main seal of your axle. And then I see this. Drip, drip. That was very fresh. And that's when I looked underneath, saw my mess, and said, oh no, and then saw that. So, I don't know. Hopefully that fixed it. I do have another gallon of oil, so I'm gonna pull the dipstick, check the oil. If that works, or if it looks good, we will start it up and cross our fingers. I got the oil filled up. It was about 2 quarts low. It was on ad, which is about 2.5 quarts on this thing, which is, it's such a big engine. I didn't even hear a bang, so that's what throws me off, but it is what it is, I guess. Hopefully that fixed it. I came more prepared than I thought. Yeah. It's like oozy. It's like being on a Nickelodeon show here. Ooze. Pays to have a bucket of spare parts, I guess. Well, now the truck won't start. So, fun. I might have to crack injector lines here. Let's see if I can get it primed again. Don't know why it lost prime. Okay, try to start it. we made it home 1,500 miles later, but let me show you something from last night. So I put that plug in, and what it was causing is it was locking up the rod. There's a rod in there that opens up basically all of your fuel for your injectors. So I had to run a shorter plug. Went through all my stuff, found a shorter plug, put it in, it vibrated loose, fell out, so now I lost another plug. So I ended up having to find a bushing that was shorter in threads, used electrical tape, taped it up, and it was an airline bushing, so I bushed it down to a ball valve. So this is now the operation we had to get home. But it worked, and it didn't leak, and it didn't fall out. So what are some things we learned about a school bus? Number one, this thing gets 8 miles to the gallon. Doesn't matter if it's loaded, doesn't matter if I'm going slow, doesn't matter if I'm going fast. It only changes maybe about a half a gallon, pro or negative, in any of those situations. 8 miles to the gallon is what it's gonna get. Secondly, for a 33-year-old vehicle, we had very few issues for something we literally just drove halfway across the country with. But I do still want to mess with some of the wiring, get that stuff cleaned up a little better. And I also realized that there's still a few more parts I want to carry on this thing, plus a few plugs for that pump. And even though I have this nice fan and we can roll down all the windows, this thing does not have AC. Now it does have AC right here, but that requires a generator. I did not run it. We didn't have a generator with us, so I either need to change this unit out with a 12-volt unit, or I need to get an onboard generator, or both. And that falls out every time, just from the road. And even though these seats are pretty nice, being air ride and whatnot, this seat is not made for a guy my size. It is too narrow here at the legs, like 2/3 of my legs are hanging off, so it's really uncomfortable. It feels like something's like just stabbing you right at the crease of your butt. It doesn't lean back any farther than this, so I really can't get comfortable in it. You know, it was fine when we drove fine, but I want to have a little more comfort in my seat. One of the wiring things I need to fix are these speakers, because this thing actually does have a Bluetooth radio in here, and the speakers like work sometimes and sometimes they don't, which tells me that that radio is probably wired up similar to the back end, where it's just like, you know, we just rolled them together and put some tape on it or something. So I'll fix that. And then come to the obvious side of things. We need to get this glass tinted out better, get some shades, maybe some sleeping arrangements, and we need to get a different color, because even though white's nice, it's coming off pretty quick. As for towing, this thing didn't even notice this Bronco behind it. Didn't notice the trailer, didn't notice any of this stuff, which makes me feel good, because going forward, when I am towing a much larger trailer, I like to know that it's not gonna even affect that thing. And lastly, but probably one of the most interesting things, is this thing gets a lot of attention. I had tons of people taking pictures of it. Every time I stopped for fuel, people wanted to talk to me about it. Didn't matter who they were just super interested in the short bus. So all in all, if you're looking for a bus for a tow rig or an RV or something like that, it's probably a pretty good option. I think it was for me. And they're fairly affordable. So we appreciate you guys watching, checking this bus out. If you guys think of something that you maybe saw that I didn't see, let me know down there. Bye.
Thanks for watching the short bus.
And we're getting so close to 100,000 subs, man. Please go down there and sub if you haven't. Tell your friends, it's free. Doesn't cost you a thing to subscribe. See ya. Thanks.